Makeshift's July 2021 issue is entitled Synchronos. It's about resetting the clocks for burnout consumers and how you can succeed in the race against time. And PS, it's not all about speed. And as usual, anytime we mention facts, figures, reports, or innovations, we'll make sure to link them in the written report. So we're all probably familiar with the term Blursday. Is it languishing or just plain confusion? Whatever you call it, for many people, the pandemic altered their perception of time, reminding them that it isn't infinite and should be used more consciously. As consumers start to unpause, they'll want to do the best with the time they have by creating and celebrating what really matters. So what's your role in all of this? Launch synchronous initiatives that help consumers extract maximum value from every moment. So that means stopwatches off and thinking caps on. So why now? In recent decades, people looked to work for identity and personal fulfillment, but the pandemic prompted a change of perspective. In the past year, 46% of the global workforce have considered making a major career transition. And that's not just millennials ditching the office for side hustles. Almost half of US companies with a mostly blue-collar workforce found it hard to retain workers, up from 30% of pre-pandemic levels. And it isn't just the workplace. Increased screen time is another COVID legacy. The typical internet user spent 16 minutes longer online each day in Q3 of 2020 compared to Q3 of 2019, a year-on-year increase of 4%. For many, the value exchange just doesn't add up. Even those that reap the rewards of all that time spent online are feeling it. In March, Charli D'Amelio, a TikTok star with 117 million followers, said that she just lost the passion for posting content. And onto vacationing, Airbnb CEO Brian Chesky is predicting the travel rebound of the century. Customers are opting for longer trips. Bookings for 28-night minimums jumped from 14% of nights booked in 2019 to 24% in Q1 of 2021, with complicated travel restrictions driving a shift from short breaks to experience-centric slow tourism. As flexi and 4-day workweek models gain traction, consumers will seek out more opportunities to explore. Now let's take a look at some of the innovations that show Synchronos playing out around the world. Launched in the US in January 2021, Sunday, with 2 Ys, is a social media platform that's designed to be checked once a week, on Sunday, if you didn't guess. Users are encouraged to write reflections on Monday through Saturday. Throughout the week, those notes are hidden. On Sunday, all is revealed and people can see what their friends have been up to and follow up offline with a call or text. Sunday is intended to be used with a small group of close friends and family members. Now let's move on to the great outdoors. Q2 of 2021 saw US-based NatureQuant launch Nature Dose, a tool designed to help users make the most of their time spent outside. The tech syncs up with sports activity tracking app Strava to measure outdoor activity and score outdoor exposure on length and quality of nature immersion. NatureQuant's first tool, Nature Score, evaluates the quality of nature elements found at any given location in the US, allowing users to determine how accessible nature is from their home or workplace. Let's hop back to travel for a moment. November 2020 saw the launch of Byway, a sustainable holiday company specializing in no-fly holidays and slow travel. Byway offers custom multi-stop journeys featuring family-run, independent accommodation by train, boat, and bike to the UK and France. Packages start at 198 GBP per person for 3 nights, including travel and accommodation at destinations such as the Highlands, the Cornish coast, Corsica, and more. And Byway Travel aims to expand across Europe once travel can resume fully. Now let's take a look at sports brands. According to Nike's Play New campaign in May 2021, sport isn't about just doing it, sorry for the pun, but the joy of movement and the creativity of play. In a change of tack for the sports mega brand, the campaign doesn't show elite athletes testing their physical limits, but simply having fun while keeping fit. On social media, a Snapchat AR lens allowed users to try activities like boxing and dance, while TikTok creators were challenged to share funny sporting experiences. Let's take a look at the world of hotels. Family is an experience brand developed by the Shangri-La Group for multi-generational families looking to vacation together. Through family, guests can take part in various activities designed to encourage learning through play and shared experiences. The concept was announced in May 2021, with programs rolled out at 4 properties in mainland China in Q3 of 2021. To celebrate its launch, Shangri-La invited consumers to share their family stories on Weibo and Red for the chance to win a trip. Now let's look at fast food rewards for slowing down. For Earth Hour 2021, Pizza Hut encouraged households to unplug and embrace the moment, rewarding those who disconnected their internet connection for the full hour with an edible reward. Consumers in Oman and the UAE were invited to visit a web page where they could virtually flick a switch, thereby allowing the page, which functions without a Wi-Fi connection, to monitor the household's internet usage. Households that completed the offline hour were entitled to free pizza. Now let's take a look at some of the opportunities that Synchronos presents for your business. Consumers keen to reevaluate and reprioritize will need Synchronos tools and services to help them squeeze maximum value from every moment. Some will be looking for support to start their own business or realize their side hustle ambitions. Others will be looking for services that can help them live out their digital nomad dreams. Portable offices are just the start. Employers looking to avert a brain drain could consider lifestyle bonuses or U-work policies. Alternatively, consider the root causes of employee malaise. Could you give your staff the autonomy to embed meaning and purpose into their role? Not everyone's looking to take drastic measures, but consumers looking to overcome pandemic-induced stagnation will appreciate brands that push them out of their comfort zone. Nike's Play New campaign encouraged people to take up sport, irrespective of their skill level. Carpe Diem messaging will resonate, particularly if it goes a step further and nudges people into using their time more intently. While it may sound counterintuitive to use tech to reconnect with what really matters, that's exactly what Sunday and Nature Quant are trying to do. Instead of fighting against consumers' impulses, how can you use it to nudge better behavior? And there's not a moment to waste. As per Q1 of 2021 data from GWI, in Israel and the UAE, 2 countries considered vaccine leaders, consumers are keen to return to live events and museums. In fact, interest is now bigger in those places than it was before COVID. But there's often a gap between intention and action. If creating digital services, could you make consumers aware of their usage stats? Apple's screen time reports are just the start. Consumers will appreciate tough love brands that put users' interests first. And as the debate surrounding tech's social impact intensifies, it can help set you apart. Before we go, we'd like to leave you with some ways that you can incorporate Synchronos into your business practices. And like we mentioned before, we'll link all of this in the written report. So firstly, read this article about how brands are creating time and space for workers to reflect and catch their breath. Secondly, listen to the Ditch Busy podcast, which centers around helping business professionals take back control of time, both personally and professionally. One of our key takeaways is to try implementing work practices that actively encourage employees to get away from their desk. Have a look at Unilever's new manifesto for inspiration. Also, share this edition of Makeshift with your network on your preferred platform, highlighting the meaningful opportunities you're motivated by to put Synchronos into action. And finally, if you're not already subscribed, sign up to our free trend updates at www.trendwatching.com.